Alright guys, it's Drew, trying to review another Dalstrong cookware. This time it's a sauce pot. It's 3 quart, it's 5 ply, so it's from their Avalon series. They got the Avalon and the Oberon, the Avalon being the higher quality 5 ply series with the copper core that we'll get to in a minute. So, this cost-wise from the jump, as I open this and do this unboxing, cost-wise I want to say that this, I think it's MSRP'd at something crazy like $150 or something, but I got it. It was about 50% off, I'd want to say, somewhere in that ballpark on sale, and then they give a nice military discount, which is pretty sweet. Just move this box out of the way. It had some kind of wrapping paper sort of material around it, which is standard for Dalstrong. Split this. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the lid in here. Yep. Alright, so we got the lid right in this box. Let me just throw away this real quick. And to start, we got the Avalon series book. Just like I was stating earlier, this is the Avalon. Alright, so we got some food in there. What else? Care and use, VIP rewards, which actually has saved me a little bit of money. 5 ply copper. Oh yeah, okay, so it shows kind of how the cladding is done for this with the 5 ply. So it's got stainless steel on the outside, or I'm sorry, on the inside of the pan and the outside of the pan. It's got aluminum as the second layer on the inside and outside, and then it's got a copper core in the center, which hopefully we'll be able to see as we pull the actual pot out, because I know my pans are the same way. So let me see, in the Oberon I have right now that 12-inch saute pan, and then I have a 12-inch skillet pan in the Avalon. So these are going to be my first sauce pots. Got a bunch of Dalstrong knives that you know, right here. It's a big old 18 pack that I got that I can show in another video in the future, but that's basically it. It gets a whole lot of use all the time now. So let's take this out and get this going. Just going to do a quick unboxing, little tabletop style thing. Not going to be doing any cooking in this particular video to really show how anything's done. I'm going to do that in a future video, so make sure you subscribe to see that. Alright, so lid for the Avalon series, it's going to be the stainless steel lid all the way through. It's got the little vent hole already in there, just like all the other Avalon. I'm just going to set that aside for a second. We got the pot or pan protector, which is just like a little foam kind of piece. Let me see here. Here's the pot. Let me pull this out. Throw that away. Actually, my cutting board is Dalstrong too that I'm doing this on. So, I've become a fan. Alright, it's another little sleeve. Pull this out. So, okay, so in the sleeve they have the plastic. Oh, and there we go. That is a pretty saucepan. I do like the hammered finish. So this one, like the box stated a second ago, this is the 3 quart. Actually a little bit larger than I thought it was going to be, which is nice. It's got measurements on the inside right here, where you can see it goes, you know, 1, 1.5, 2, and 2.5 liters. And brushed inside, you could feel the ridges in there. Let's see, it's got nice grommets. The handle is oversized and it's not sharp. It's not really going to roll on you like that. It's not rounded. So I mean, the edges are rounded on this, so it's not not going to hurt your hand or anything if you hold it and you got a lot of water in here to add some weight to it. But they're rounded to the point where it's not going to hurt, but it's not rounded enough to where it's really going to roll out of your hand, which is really with a concern that I had with this if I make like spaghetti or something, because this is a smaller pot for that, but it'd be good if I'm just making it for myself. Now the hammer finish is one of the things that really kind of drew me to this series of pans, or just cookware in general. I just like how it looks. Okay, so let's get a little close up here. If you can barely see it, barely catch a glimpse of it, but you can kind of see the copper core. It's very thin, but right below my nail here, you can see that copper line all the way through the pan. Where, like I was saying, or it was showing in the booklet, you have the stainless steel on the inside and the outside. You have the aluminum on the top and bottom, inside the stainless steel, and then you have a copper core, which you can clearly see. So, I don't know how close I can get, but again, you can see it's thin, it's definitely pronounced, so it's there, and it's nice to be able to kind of see it. Alright, so let's just get a little close-up of the hammering. Another thing you can see that there's, so it's got the polished bottom, then it's kind of like a brushed line. I don't know if you could see it about maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch below the hammering, so it kind of separates and I guess accents from the polish to the hammering in the middle, where it's got these two lines that go across where my fingers are, if you can see it. And of course it goes back to polish, and then you see the rolls right there of the cladding. Alright, let's get a little look at the bottom. Carefully handcrafted in PRC Avalon series. Again, it's the 5-ply as I was just showing, with the copper core, the 3 quart. Let's move this out of the way here, pop that down. And again, Dalstrong everything. Okay. Lid's got a tiny bit of movement, which is perfectly fine. It's definitely not going to fall off. Get some good movement in there. I do like how the lid is constructed. I use the saute and the frying pans all the time, ever since I got them. But yeah, these are nice quality things. The only concern that I have with this, and I've only seen it once online as a problem, just being honest, is that the oversized knob on here, which is great. I mean, it's very hefty, which is awesome. It's just, since I can't see a physical screw or bolt here, or like a grommet or anything like you would in the handle here, that kind of shows that this goes all the way through and has some connection point, it just makes me think that this is kind of glued or like a light epoxy in or something, where I just have a concern that it'll pop off. But otherwise, I've only ever seen it happen once on a review, and I think it was actually on Dalstrong's website. But hasn't happened to me, and I abused my frying pan and saute pans pretty much, so not too concerned about that. Again, I just think this looks really good. I also have the 5 quart 5-ply, which instead of having this oversized handle here, it has the smaller handles on both sides, you know, to pick up, move around. So just in terms of a comparison, I'll actually pull that one out since it's right here. So I'll do a separate video on this. As it's already unboxed, I'll just do one just kind of showing the construction of it. So between the 3 quart here and then the 5 quart here, both 5-ply, both Avalon. This one's obviously a little burnt up, but it looks exactly the same on the side. It's obviously just deeper, as you can imagine. This one's gotten a fair amount of use. It actually has to be wiped out. I gotta clean that bad boy pretty good. But handle-wise, this is what we're dealing with on this. I do prefer this handle much more than these two here. I mean, I can understand the larger pot. You want to carry a little bit more weight. It's more secure having, you know, the handles closer to the actual center of the pan or the pot. But you know, it feels more secure doing it this way. I'm a larger guy. I'm, you know, fairly confident. I mean, it's a piece of cookware. You can pick it up with this handle, to me, no problem. But you know, I just have a preference for it. I wish there was an option to kind of put this bad boy on this one, just to make it a little bit easier to mess around with. But otherwise, it does the job fine. They both do. Looking forward to getting some use out of this. For, you know, rice would be perfect in this. Sauces, just small single or 2-person meals would be great out of this, where this is more of a family size for spaghetti and whatnot. So yeah, that's it. Showing 2 pots in the Avalon series. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see separate videos on the 5 quart after I get it cleaned up, of course, or my Dalstrong knives, cutting board, anything like that, just showing general care. Alright, see you in the next one.